Shorty booby teach you the intro. Money long, yeah, the thing they tell. And I Yoda, I beat up the road. Me and Mitchell and he from the O. Niggas candy, they sweet on the hoe. I went missing the star on the stove. If you try to watch, I can't check out. Me and with them, remove your temper. I'll be beating them blue to December. Yes. Keep out of what I pack up. Niggas faking, I peep in the pack out. That be you where I leave for the pasta. Okay, they feeling the stuff. In the morning, I'll drink it. And my diamond go kick like a find me what that she making me drink. Early morning, I wake up and drink. With my swag overload, you could touch. Try to hop on the way, but you time. Me and there was some hoes in the valley. Then I jump out with no shit for money. Is it love if you want me for money? I don't know, I just want me some money. Zip with all the money and things. I said, boo, throw it to me. Miley boo, I'm with a skank. Really bomb and fill up my tank. Shorty booby teach you the intro. Money long, yeah, the thing they do. And I Yoda, I beat up the road. Me and Mitchell and he from the O. Niggas candy, they sweet on the hoe. I went missing the star on the stove. If you try to watch, I can't check out. Me and with them, remove your temper. I'll be beating them blue to December. Yes. Keep out of what I pack out. Niggas faking, I peep in the pack out. That be you where I leave for the pasta.
Swagger. I did for little regardless. Like this, I know fi less. And the streets, I be everybody. He go say me got tapping. Umochile get tapping. Time when I sat there laughing. Nah, don't blow this scene up like a Daffy. 2018, I was walking to one L and I had to lock it. Last card and I had to pick up. My swag and I had to swag up. When I step in, nigga, step out. My diamonds, they play like a cap out. When I crack out, giggy, nobody say my pop out. Make it check up. Yeah, with them, they move for your temper. I be beating them blue to December. Make you borrow pack up. Niggas faking and peeping a pattern. It'll be you where I leave for the last dance.
Iguaca for president.
Yo, had to add myself. Hold on. Let me. There. Yo. Welcome to Disagreeable. This is Disagreeable. I am disagreeable. We are disagreeable. This is another one. We'll see if the homie pulls up. Just gonna kick it for a minute. Open panel. Link in description. You feel me? You see the title. Would you slander another man for the box? You feel me? Yo, Magical Family, perfect timing, dog. Are you busy right now? Perfect timing, dog. I don't even want you to hang around. I wanted to ask you to do something. I know, and let me apologize. And trust me, I fuck with you, Magical Family, because I've been on an anti-apology, fuck everybody, I'm in this by myself mode. You feel me? Every man for himself. You feel me? If niggas ain't moving like me, I don't want them around me. They're not my friends. You feel me? If you not putting me on how I put niggas on who are around me, when I'm pulling up on the Michelin star restaurants and shit, and I see my niggas don't got money like that, and I put something in their hand, be it paper or work or some fucking, you know what I mean, some work or opportunity. You feel me? If we not like that, we not friends. You feel me? That's the shit that I've been on. But you know, maybe that's not right. But I still need this isolation. So if you're not busy, the link is in the description. Just come up on the panel. Come up on this panel and answer the question. So Magic Family says, I always want the best for you. Yes, I always want the best for everybody, all my homies, everybody who I think is cool, I want the best for them. But there's a difference between wanting the best for people and people who I consider my dogs, who I move around with, who I might, this is me in the past, because I'm not doing this for nobody anymore because nobody deserves it. People who I might fuck somebody up for. You feel me? Different. I realized I was different than people a while ago. I remember one of my homies told me, one of the other associate homies kind of ran off on him like a little $600 thing or something like that. And he and the homie who ran up all the other homie, who's my real boy, was still hitting me up. Still hitting me up, trying to talk and whatever, right? And what and this is how I'm different, because I hit up the other homie and I'm like, yo, this guy who owes you this money still hitting me up. If you want me to, I'll squeeze his fucking head till his eyeballs bust out his fucking head, and I'll call you on the phone and see what you want to do with it. And this is the other homie. I don't want to put this name out there, but this is the other homie who's different than me. I call him Jesus. I 100% call him Jesus because he takes care of the retarded, the dumb fucks, all the idiots. He has infinite, he has his moments, but I call him Jesus. He told me, nah, man, don't even do that. He told me, nah, man, don't even do that. And I love him for that. Because I'm crazy. I would have met up with the nigga and grabbed his fucking head, grabbed his hair, opened up the FaceTime, and been like, yo, well, what are you gonna do about this? What do you want me to do about this? What do you want me to do with him? You feel me? And I'm not no worker. I'm not this nigga's worker. I'm not under him. That's just my boy. You feel me? If anything, I taught him to do mad shit. That's just love I got for niggas. But what movie is that? Look, love will get you killed. When the nigga said love will get you killed, that's 100% facts. These faggot motherfuckers do not got my back. These niggas do not got my back. You feel me? But yeah, if you have a moment, you can hit the link. If you don't, it's all good. Yeah, the first title of the show was just open-ended. I want to ask people about it. You feel me? I'm just warming up. I've been busy. I'm just warming up to crush this dirty nigga. I did want you to come up when I do the show, exposing this other YouTuber guy, since you're a professional, a medical professional. And when I break down the situation, I wanted you to be on the show explaining the psychological aspects. What's wrong with this nigga? Why he would do something like this? What's like with the deep psychological issues he has? I want to make it medical, surgical on this bitch nigga. You feel me? Magical Family says, I'm headed overseas this weekend. It's a blessing. It's always a blessing to head overseas. You feel me? He said, let's rap ASAP. You feel me? Yeah. Just let me know a good time to hit you up and shit. Cause I saw you send me music and shit, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna be very truthful. I haven't made music in a long time. I've been straight studying to master this new skill or whatever. And I just haven't really been in creative mode. And actually, in your music is so wonderful, uplifting, full of light, that when you sent it to me, I listened to a little bit, and I didn't want to listen to it anymore. I'm not in light mode. You feel me? I'm in war mode. I might not look at it when I'm in my study sessions for hours, and I'm paying for these mentorships, and I'm paying for this information, all the little bit of money that I have right now, because this is what I decided to go down to the bottom. Cause you've been to my old crib. You know where I was at and how I was living. I consciously decided to go to hell to raise myself back up. You feel me? So it is what it is. It is what it is. And I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. You feel me? So don't be you feel me? Don't fuck with you. Don't be upset that I didn't comment on the music you sent me or whatever. You know the music's amazing. You know who you are. You feel me? That shit was just too I didn't want to be uplifted. You feel me? I wanted to be in hell, know I'm in hell, and work my way out of it. You feel me? And I say hell loosely. I'm sitting in a mansion right now. I say hell loosely. I don't want to be on camera, but hold on. Hold on. I guess I can show it for a second. You feel me? No, it's not truly hell. I'm in a fucking mansion. If you by the standards and definitions of a mansion, that's what I'm in right now. You feel me? But yeah, let me get into the show. Me and Halo will chop it up at a different time. You know, our conversations are not really for the public like that. Feel me? It's not really for the public like that. You feel me? But I gotta be real. I just want to let you know. I apologize because if you knew even people who I've introduced you to, a nigga who I barely met, people who are supposed to be my real homies, them niggas still owe me money. You feel me? But we're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. Yeah, I'm just vibing right now. Maybe Wavy's gonna pull up. We're gonna get into and Halo's in here talking. That means somebody else is in here and they're not talking. So if it's that stalker nigga, Uncut Underground, Thai City, just know you a bitch. Just know you a bitch, and I'm gonna keep my foot on your neck as much as possible, dog. As much as possible, I'm gonna keep my foot on your neck. Hello, welcome Wavy. Sir, Waver, are you there?
Yo, my bad. Oh shit, I wasn't even muted. I could have been talking crazy shit. What's good, bro?
What's good?
Shit, man.
I just want to chill. I just want to chill for a second. Yeah, this is not a serious show at all. This is a very vibey show. If anybody wants to come up, they're more than actually. Since you just came up, let me ask you the question: would you slander another man for the box? Somebody who did nothing to you?
I don't know, bro. It's not even that serious. Like, no matter what, like, no matter how even if the bitch thinks that like that me and another nigga are like competing for her attention or box or whatever the fuck, like that's what she thinks and that's what she's gonna try to put out there. Like I'd never been in a situation where I was directly and knowingly quote unquote competing for another bitch for the same bitch, and then I had to like, yo, this nigga's whack. I heard, but I would never do. First of all, like I don't care what another man's doing. First and foremost, and then secondly, like these hoes are for everybody. So like she'll smash two niggas in the same day. Like it's not that serious.
And here's the sad part from the situation I was dealing with. I just sat on this evidence forever because I don't care about niggas like that. I got better things to do. My study sessions are more important than compiling this evidence against you and presenting it. You feel me? Yo,
right.
The nigga said I did something that could. I'm not gonna get into it now. We're gonna do full shows about it, but something that could be a criminal act. And being the bitch, I'm so. If I wasn't so real with my shit, the lie might have worked. That's what bothers me so much about the lie. If I wasn't so much who I am, the lie might have worked. You feel me? But and yeah, it just what's the word?
Egregiousness.
Yeah, we'll go with that. That shit just egregious.
You gotta be on your TI shit. This indubitably, this dastardly opposition has been slandering my rightful name, partner.
I would say it's diabolical, but diabolical sounds cool, and I don't want to give a nigga. You feel me? I don't want to give a nigga that much whatever.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I don't know nothing about the situation, but all I'm gonna say is if it involves like a EHO. I mean, come on. You definitely can't be going crazy about that.
But here's the thing. I don't get that aspect of it doesn't bother me. Like that has nothing to do with it. That's what makes it even more pathetic. You feel me? Even if the nigga has met the bitch in real life or whatever, that's no concern of mine. It's just, why would you bring me into something? And not just me. Brought somebody else into it, but I'm not gonna mention their name. I'm gonna make them come up here and mention their own name. You feel me? Or I'm gonna put them out there like everybody else. We don't give a fuck. But we're not gonna go too deep into it. But you answer the question. Whoever comes up's gonna answer a question. And I know Magical Family wouldn't do it. I don't gotta ask him. But go ahead and say no in the chat. You feel me? Just answer the question. Answer the question. You feel me? But yeah, wait. We can get into some. I see the homie Subtle Infinity just dropped another one of his mixtapes. So I was like, fuck it. We could just let this shit ride and comment on things that we want to comment on. So. Let's go.
No way, my brother.
Long blood.
Long time no see, Rastafari.
Me don't come with him, man down the mama the hype. Every time me look for you, I can't cry, baby.
He like put silly shit in there. I want to get to the serious shit. Let's get to the serious shit.
Government project?
These are the songs that make everything all right.
This is a state of highly spiritual perfected beings, or gods you may call. On this episode of Tweaker Geographic, we encounter a truly bewildering sidewalk specimen, dressed in what experts can only describe as a confused blend of thrift store clearance and absolute confidence.
Blacks in
Hey, hold up. I know people like to laugh at the tweakers and all that and whatever. I know, and if you're from a hood family, mostly like a black family or whatever, you probably have some people who are afflicted heavily by drug abuse in your family. Always remember that that's the Jew doing that to you too. Always understand that the white man is the same one who forced opium on China and all that shit. It's a war tactic against you. It's a war tactic. You feel me?
South have such a low social status that you simply can't be seen in public with them and still expect to have any respect.
The conqueror, right?
A Chinese nigga in the South talking about blacks have low status? All right, man.
It's history. They came.
You know, Wavy, feel free to jump in whenever you want.
I was waiting for the part you're gonna show us and shit.
Now this is just like this guy, Subtle Infinity. He throws together these like mixtapes, like conspiracy mixtape kind of things.
Oh, okay. I was actually thinking you talking about a real mixtape.
Nah, like random. Like he just puts in like random. Sometimes it's like kind of funny. Sometimes it's like very serious. You know.
Oh, like a pack of random content.
Yeah.
Word.
They conquered and they wrote. Now you don't expect people who came to invade us to write the truth about us. They will always write negative things about us. And they have to do that because they have to justify their invasion in all the countries. It's like saying when the Europeans went to America, there were no Indians there. It's ridiculous because they were there. I know that my people were there. We don't write our history. It has always been handed down to us orally by our elders.
Is it racist that I just can't stand to hear Africans like talking? Is it racist or nationalist or like what is it? That you know I could never finish Black Panther. I try to watch it mad times, but that stupid African talking, like fake African voice. Even I guess this is a real African voice.
I mean, I think African women have nice voices. It's African men I can't stand their voices. To be real shit, it's just not a pleasant. It's not pleasant. It's like the Indian accent. It's not pleasant to the ear. But what I actually wanted to say about what she just said is, so I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I'll be on like Twitter with a bunch of like racist, white supremacists on there. And then I come to realize that like what's going on to the white man now is completely karmatic. Because they've, for the most of history, most of them, not all whites, not all Europeans, but most Europeans have explored and conquered, quote unquote, conquered land and shit from other places and other people with this kind of I guess we call it might is right mentality, where like they could justify any atrocity if it means the advancement of the Western, civilization, white society, blah, 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 blah. So what's going on with them now, especially like in Western Europe, where it's like a bunch of immigrants and shit and like, white people are getting displaced and they have low birth rates. Like, I don't feel any like real sympathy towards that because this is might is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like, I guess it's like an aspect of what I always say about how the lesser whites are. If IQ and everything and viciousness is all that matters, then you're the lesser whites. You're losing to the Jew. You feel me? Why are you crying about the Jew? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. The Jewish Zionism is might is right, just on a bigger level. So when these people like complain about, oh, you're the blacks and the Muslims and blah 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 blah, well, on their side, well, you could say, okay, that's the doing of the Jew, but the Jew is just using the same philosophy you use to conquer all sorts of land and shit like that. They're just doing it on a higher, more strategical level. But the white man's hypocrisy knows no end. And he'll claim that's like, oh, that's a whole different. That's not the same thing, bro. Where's Western civilization, bro? It's different. You know what I mean?
And something I've noticed lately in the white man's revisionist history, they've been making up a lot of shit lately. Like I saw for one that comes from that. It reminds me, it comes from that guy. What you were saying, like Forrest Andrew Wilson talking about Forrest doctrine or whatever the fuck that means, Forrest doctrine, and he was like. Debating like Ian Rand, what's that called? Rationalism? Like what was the other guy, his position? But both of them are pieces of shit because the other white guy debating them, they're like, You know, white people have come to the conclusion that they didn't come here and like kill mad people. They said, oh, it was mostly disease. It was mostly disease, and the Indians were killing each other. I'm like, yo, white people are crazy, dog. They just like make whatever up to make themselves feel better and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they like okay, like what I've noticed about whites, especially those who like subscribe to this philosophy is that, and this was actually kind of scary. Not scary. I'm not say that. This is this is why this is to be studied. But the white man can high IQ logic hamster his way into justifying anything or like doing anything. So like when they do fucked up wild shit, in their minds they can create all sorts of mental gymnastics to justify whatever they're doing. Like, oh, like this had to be done. I had to grape this little child because Aleister Crowley. It's like, basically, you know what I mean? Like they'll use their quote unquote high IQ to just do any dumb shit and just rationalize it.
It's like the theory of relativism. You feel me? Everything's relative. You feel me?
Right. I think that's Luciferian in general. Like I feel like that's a very Luciferian way of thinking.
That's why I believe democracy is Luciferian too, because you have to choose the lesser of two equals. They give you the lesser of two evils, and they are equals. They're both evil, but the lesser of two evils, and what you perceive as a lesser, because they're both just as evil. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like, oh, do I want to get burned alive, or do I want to get eaten by fucking crocodiles? Like, why do I gotta be two bad choices? Why can't it ever be like, okay, this candidate is so good, he's doing this. Oh no, but this candidate, he's so good, he's doing this. Why is it always the lesser of two evils and not the lesser of two good or two angels or some shit like that? But see, that's a very Luciferian construct, like we just said. So it's no surprise that like this whole Western system is appearing to collapse on itself, because you can't just topple all this evil and just dark philosophical mentalities in one place and expect it not to just go flip shit. You know what I mean? On itself.
That's facts. But I let this play. I'm gonna let this play a little bit more. Let's get to the next one.
Of course, the white man came and he writes history. In fact, you don't know anything about any place until the white man gets there.
Maybe it hurts to stare at the sun. I'm blinded, you are the one. Maybe.
It's the Easy Rock Collection. 100 huge hits on 8 CDs at the incredible value of only $39.99.
Let me comment on this. I understand, like, doing stupid shit like this can get you very rich in the times that we live in, idiocracy days. You feel me? But I could not imagine myself setting up especially when people do the voiceover ones. It seems like it's the most degrading humiliation ritual shit that you could do. You feel me? Like
facts. Like, bro, like I hate like seeing men, especially. Like, I expect like women and children to do goofy shit like this. That's what they do. Like they're on a similar mental plane. But like when I see like grown ass niggas doing like little dances and shit like that, it's like, bro, like this shit is like, I don't know if it's a Zoomer thing or just the time we're living in, because I see grown men doing it. And that's what really like is cringy. When you see grown like niggas with beards and receded hairlines doing dances and shit, like that shit is waxing.
The only time I'll give that a pass, the dancing and all that shit, is if you have a full blown family and you're doing it with your kids, bonding or whatever.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, it's still crazy, but I get it.
Yeah, it's still crazy, but you got a family. You got to do crazy shit when you got a family. Let's go.
TV offer.
You come again. Thank you very much. Thank you for those kind words, Mark Wayne. Thank you to Jim O'Neill, to Tom Jodsnek, to Marty McCary, and to Wendy as well. Thank you for that, for sharing your story. It's with a heavy heart that I'm announcing that the conspiracy theorists were right again. COVID mRNA vaccines caused a litany of injuries, including but not limited to turbo cancer, heart failure, extreme blood clotting, and perhaps
turbo cancer. That sounds like a goddamn death metal band or something, bro. Like what the
facts?
Like
but
no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, isn't it strange how like all this shit, all these like anti-vaxxers are now becoming proven right 3-4 years later or whatever?
Yeah, but it's not like you're gonna get any prize or consolation or respect or reciprocity or anything like that. You feel me? Like,
No, that's just bullshit though, man. Because like niggas was looking crazy trying to like wait motherfuckers up, and then we ended up getting fucking laughed at, scoffed and shit. And now it turns out all this shit was right. Like, I guess that's what I'm really mad about. Because like when you do put yourself out there, I'm talking about like in your regular life, which is like a mistake that I've done. Like, yeah, man, you gotta wake people up and shit. Talk to like your family and friends and coworkers, and like they're just like, yo, what are you talking about? Like that shit irks me because like I've been there.
and the thing is, you can't even be happy about being right because I did the same thing. Like in personal life, you try to get certain people to be like, oh yeah, don't mess with that, whatever, to break it down to them or whatever. And then even now that you were right, you can't be happy about it because they got this bullshit in them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like damn, you're in a wheelchair, but yo, I told you that shit's gonna fuck up your legs. I told you not to take that vaccine. Like you can't, like you can't do shit like that.
And it's like it's the same thing. It's like this is just mockery. You feel me? Like it's like, is it a humiliation tool? I don't know what it is. Like them telling you
I think so.
It's the same thing as them telling you about effing the kids and all these child sex rings and all that. It's the same thing. Like, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, these people have to be prosecuted and arrested. Who's gonna arrest them? Who's gonna arrest them? The Masonic police, the same guys who were in the lodges and the rituals with them. That's who's gonna arrest them. Who's gonna do that?
Yeah, like I'm not like a "I told you so" type of dude, and I hate to be right about certain things like that. And yeah, you're right. There's not gonna be any justice. Like this all Epstein shit came out like what, a month ago or a couple weeks ago, and like nigga, now we're at war. Now the new distractions up. Like that's what I'm saying. That shit was a whole pump fake type of distraction thing. Like yeah, let's get people talking about this, and then we'll move on to the next thing, and people forget all about it. Like there's no protest. There's ICE protests. There's no protest against that shit.
Yeah, facts. And you know what's bullshit because it's a political angle. Like people who even the people who are talking about it, the normies that are talking about it, they're using it as a political angle. You feel me? It's not like and back when we were first researching this shit, the people who did and the people who like 10 years ago were like this means nothing to me. It doesn't. I felt nothing from this information coming out because I was going crazy when 10 years ago when Pizzagate happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, this is insane, dog. Like I already knew shit was fucked up in the world, but when I had all this evidence in my face of what they're like, it was right there in your face, and everybody was just like, yo, that's a hoax. I was like, yo, these people are dirty dogs, yo. Like I really had no respect for people, especially the people I knew who had children. I was like, so what are you doing with your kids? You're just raising them and keeping them nice and plump and fat to get eaten and fucked by pedophiles? That's what you're doing? You don't care about the future.
That's fucked up.
As long as I keep them, I told people this shit to their face. You feel me? I'm like, so you don't care about the future. So as long as you keep them alive, barely, you feel me? Barely living in this fucking slave system, you feel good about yourself. You don't care that when you die, that your grandchildren. What's the point of your fucking family? You're having a legacy, so you can just leave people here for pedophiles to fuck? Is that what you're doing? Like,
basically. But see, that's why I'm an anti-natalist, bro. That's why I come with that. That's why I'm into that perspective, because it's like, okay, like unless you can establish an empire that's worth anything for your children, like what are you going to leave behind besides debt and bills and shit like that? Then they have to deal with the same system that you already knew about and could have chose not to put them through, but you decided to put them through it anyway. You know what I mean? You got to deal with now. They got to deal with that shit, and it's only going to get crazier.
People are lazy because I'm not saying you have to change the world. I'm saying all you have to do is spark the mind. But these people aren't even sparking the mind. They're just raising some fucking McDonald's eating dumbass kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, goyim. You know that's why they call people goyim. You know what I mean? You're just raising. You're reproducing cattle.
In an accident.
This black man's DNA was older than Homo sapiens, older than the bones found in Ethiopia, older than the 300,000-year-old remains discovered in Morocco. The moment they saw it, scientists realized something terrifying. Everything we were taught about where humans came from and when they emerged might be wrong.
What do you think a piece of dead pig ass does for you?
Tastes delicious on a hamburger. Like, we'll keep it moving.
Aborted baby parts into lab animals. Have you heard of that sort of research?
Yeah, we did an analysis a few years ago showing that over 90% of experiments with using human fetal tissue and putting them involved animals were funded by Fauci's NIAID.
Do you know where they're getting the aborted human fetal tissue?
A lot of it is happening at colleges and universities that have affiliated hospitals that perform that procedure.
Madam Chair, I think we need to.
So that's what they do at the higher learning places nowadays. So you send your kids out of your supervision to this school, and then they like around the corner from the school, they have abortion clinics that are affiliated with the school that facilitate the abortions, and you're just unaware that your kids are just, or at least your daughters there are being ran through and just being mass murderers, just running around the block, either getting the baby vacuumed out or getting it fucking what else do they do? Hit it with the pill, hit it with the poison. It's crazy.
Bro, that's what the system is. It's ball or Malik. Like almost like we were talking about with the politician shit. Like you're gonna send your kid to either be sacrificed to ball or sacrificed to Malik. Whether you keep him alive or you keep him, or you try to abort or whatever. So it's like this is why I say like having kids is bogus, bro. Like I'm not with it, bro. It's like why? Why would you knowing that? If I didn't know all this shit, then I'd probably been when I had kids. Like I had plenty of opportunity to have kids. But because I know this shit, and I've known this shit for mad long since I was a teenager, I never thought the idea of having kids was a good idea. Especially with this world. And how it is now, come on, bro.
I'm just discouraged about being a responsible father. If I start having children, I think like it's either no kids or I just start fucking busting irresponsible nuts all around the world. You feel me? Just to get my biological imperative off, whatever my animal shit off. You feel me? And that's it.
But you can do that. You can do that without actually having a kid, as long as the bitch is not, trying to finesse.
Yeah, you gotta move. You gotta move a certain way. Hit the like button. I see people passing through the show. Weirdos. But no, there's not much left here. So let's let her say what she's gonna say.
Look into that as well.
So there's actually a transcript for this entire House oversight hearing, and it reveals taxpayer-funded experiments involved hormone-altered.
The word transgender reminded me. I wanted to say this before you get into this because I wanted to comment on it earlier. There's something, I try not to be hate. Like it might not seem that way because I'm turned up, but I try not to be hateful, dog. But the people that these white people follow and listen to, especially white men, like niggas, like Andrew Wilson and Clavicular, and like they got the weird people who are their. If you look at these people comment sections, it's some of the most pathetic shit I've ever seen in my life, dog. Just like and it's not even like because they're white and they're like racist or whatever. I don't even care about that because I think there's some respectable racist motherfuckers. I might think it's illogical, but you just don't seem like a bitch. But the new age racist just seems like a bitch. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like all that is just a psychological programming. Especially because like I feel like the minister's been infiltrated a long time ago, and then they started putting plants like Myron and Andrew Tate. Now they moved on to this Clavicular guy and what's his name, Nick Fuentes. Like all these like yeah, like they're like always into some weird shit. Like Nick Fuentes said that like having sex with women is gay, which doesn't make any sense to me. I think Andrew Tate said something along those lines too. Plus, he had that whole would you rather fuck a train that looks like Megan Fox or a biological woman that looks like Hulk Hogan? Like, they're pushing these guys to push. There's always some kind of, like you said before, like a long time ago. They're like all the devil shit leads to zestiness, and all the zestiness leads to devil shit, or something to that effect. So it's always gonna be that way. Like even with the Sneeko Andrew Tate thing, like. You saw how quick how zesty that got. Like it's always some zesty shit with these people, man. The Clavicular dude is the newest example. He kind of represents like the black pill version of that, but he's still like weird. Like he's infertile. He's taking all these chemicals to like look smacks and look like a fucking I guess a Chad. But now he has all these hormonal problems and shit. Like that's just gonna turn him into like a fucking tranny when he gets older. Like all that shit he can't produce to like normal testosterone and shit. I was watching some video of him explaining that shit because I thought that was the most bizarrest thing. But like they're always gonna put these agents that will seem to be like hyper masculine alpha male, but they're really like gay. You know what I mean? Or they push a gay message.
but I don't know that, and that's one of the reasons why I was against the black pill shit, dog, because that shit kind of makes you a faggot, dog. Some of the shit they were talking about, like about how this guy's face looks and how this looks, and that's just some gay ass shit. And like even this clavicular guy, they could try to say, because he'll say all this these multi-syllabic words and shit like that, thinking he's smart or whatever. But it's just like, you think you gotta be a hoe to get bitches? You know what I've been seeing lately in these little clips of him? He'll be out and these bitches will be looking at him with the googly eyes or whatever. And I'm like, you realize that's just because you're popping, right? It's not because you're some crazy good looking guy. It's because you're popping.
Right.
You can get your money up and get your status up or whatever and get women. You don't have to crush your fucking face. And the thing
look at DJ Academics, for example. Like, you don't have to to be a fucking male model. Just get some money and clout.
Facts. And that's why I don't. And that's another thing why I was against that whole black pill thinking. They want you to be like a clavicular, like this American Psycho, Andrew Bateman motherfucker or some shit like that.
Right.
And that really appeals to the white man, being this psycho. People, women want you, but you hate them. You want to kill the prostitutes or whatever. Like
drop a chainsaw on her ass and shit. But nah, like, because to me, like, because I've noticed that with the rise of this like radical right, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess neoconservative, basically like this Gen Z movement of being like a neo-Nazi and like a radical right winger. Like, it brings in this whole like eugenics talk, and I think what the black pill and the radical right have done is kind of merged together to where you're getting this whole like very Darwinist approach to modern society, as far as like, oh well, certain people shouldn't reproduce and only the highest IQ and low IQ this and looks and like looks max, like all that stuff goes into basically what I'm trying to say is all that shit stems from Nazism, which stems from Luciferianism, and it's very popular right now, especially with like the whites, the white Zoomer dudes, because I'm starting to see it more and more on mainstream like platforms. And I never would have thought I would have saw that 5 years ago.
I heard somebody compare it to the Rat City experiment. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Mouse Utopia shit.
Yeah, Mouse Utopia.
Like,
That's
Rat City. Around shit. You said Rat. I was gonna say, I think you said Rat City. I'm like, Tiger? So Tiger's in on this too?
Rat City, bitch. Rat City, bitch. But in that experiment, at the end, there were the beautiful ones, the rats who just like look pristine and all that shit, but they didn't do nothing except groom themselves and chill.
Yeah, they're either killing each other or grooming themselves and shit.
Yeah, that's wild.
But that shows the social engineering. Like that experiment was like back in like the 70s or 60s or some shit. So I feel like that was less of an experiment and more of a social engineering concept disguised as an experiment for what they had planned for the future.
I guess you can see how they react. You feel me? Like, and here's the thing. Maybe I'm not deep enough in the game and looking into this stuff, but I guess there definitely are like black looks maxers. Okay, I guess there are black looks maxers, right?
There's what's the Austin? Not Austin Holloman. That's the travel dude. The Austin Dunham or Durham. He's like the red pill fitness dude. He got like a nose job and shit. He's like a dating coach.
He got a nose job?
Oh yeah. That's he did some shit like that.
Well,
yeah, like he basically like became a gym rat and then got plastic surgery and became a dating coach.
That nigga's a bitch though. He kind of sounds like a homo. I think the black version of looks maxing is what they call body gain. You ever seen these guys?
Right. Yeah. Bro, I remember fucking who was that one dude that used to talk about that shit? Ron Willis. Cause I used to watch his videos back in the day.
I think I heard that, but it's crazy how the guy Ron Willis was talking about like getting good looking or whatever, and he's like, "Yo, you don't look like you work out at all, or ever even try."
Right? Like he old as hell and shit with a like pot belly. I mean, I've seen videos of him working out and like in the preview to his videos, like he always like he'll do like that type of shit. But like, but this is how deep the programming goes, right? So like this kind of aesthetic, I don't know what you'd call it, but like aesthetic. I guess we just call it aesthetic. Let's focus on aesthetics. Has gotten into spaces that you probably would not have seen them, let's say 10 years ago. And I think it goes back to eugenics, like this kind of Nazi talk that we're seeing become popular these days.
A lot of this shit is homoerotic because
Right.
like when I was really working out, I kind of got into the looking at the bodybuilding forums, like how to work out advice and shit like that, and I had to get away with it. It always gets gay, dog. It always gets gay. When you around white niggas talking about and niggas start talking about working out and shit, man, I don't want to get into it. Niggas are, I don't know, man, what the fuck is wrong with white people, dog?
Well, that's how the fitness industry's been pushed so much because there is I do agree that there is some there is like a homo I guess foundation in the bodybuilding fitness industry. Because I noticed that like fitness culture got really big over the past decade, and then I noticed that like a lot of like the gym bro look became popular amongst men to aspire to, but also to kind of like check out in other men. Because like there's like this meme where it's like, oh, you hit the gym to become a bodybuilder and all you get is compliments from dudes instead of chicks or some shit like that. But I feel like there's some like that was an agenda to push that. You know what I mean?
That's it's kind of facts, but they're trying to make it sound gay. But in reality, men are just encouraging of each other who are trying to do better. You feel me? When you get around other men who are trying to advance themselves to do better, even if it's not physical, if it's mental, you end up with niggas just trying to encourage each other. You feel me? Women don't encourage you unless they're real workout bitches. You know what I'm saying? Super workout, like on their, you know, how do I explain it? Like the really workout bitches. There's the bitches who are just working out some. They're not trying to say anything to you at all. You have to get to the point where you just look capable and you're turning on their animal attraction or whatever. You feel me?
But even, I mean, you know, like the bodybuilder chick thing, like that becoming a trend. Like bitches been going to the gym as far as I know since like, I don't know, the 2000s or whatever it is. But like, even they got into it where like I'm seeing bodybuilder chicks that look like straight dudes, and I don't know if that is a reaction to, is that just the bitches like chameleon to the gym bro culture, or was there an agenda to make women as unattractive as possible in every single way? And that's just one way. Because I'm starting to think that with the crazy hair, the nose piercings, and these fucking tattoos, now the gym bitch thing's a thing. Like I think there's just one elaborate plan to just make people as weird looking as possible. And that gym bro, gym bitch thing is just one aspect of it, which is why the fitness industry has been pushing this shit for so long.
It's really pushing the drugs because I like I like an athletic built woman. You feel me? It's really the.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like the big, like the She-Hulk looking vision.
Yeah, but that's hormones. That's psychosis, bro. If you're taking all that nonsense, you're definitely in some type of psychosis. Ooh, you'll inject yourself with weird stuff to just look in the mirror and flex and have a pump. You feel me? It's just like I don't know what to do with that. I don't relate. I understand how it feels good to work out when you have a nice pump. But I don't understand how I would inject myself with anything to further this. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, like taking gear and all the other crazy shit.
The only thing I've ever considered is because I'm older now. The only thing I've ever considered is testosterone, and not even to get big. Pause. It's really for a mental edge, because when your testosterone is at the right level, this world is designed to destroy your testosterone levels. You feel me? All the food you eat, everything we're consuming is designed to destroy your testosterone levels, and you have a less of a mental edge. You're more of a go-getter. You have more of an edge when you're really upping your tests, and you can do it naturally by working out hard and shit and doing some herbs or whatever. But it's I don't know how far you can take it. You feel me?
Yeah, without busting a testicle and shit.
Let's let this ride a little bit more. Pause.
Lab animals, drug tests on beagle puppies, and even animal studies using human fetal tissue. Where do they get that?
All right, I just want to comment on this because I don't give a fuck about what she's talking about. Here's what I really hate about the world that we live in. I can't even say that I'd want to smash this white girl, even though I think she might be attractive, because I can't. You never know if somebody's a dude. I'm just looking at her jaw. I'm looking at her face. I'm like, damn, why do I got to think about if everybody's a dude? I got to look at everybody's hands and their jaws and all that shit. I can't just be like, oh.
Can't trust nothing.
Yeah, I can't just be like, oh, look at this white woman. I'd like to smash her. You feel me? I can't even do that. I got to analyze a bitch and all types of shit like that. And then by the time I'm in the analyzation, I can't even get back to like the attraction part where you just being a dude and having fun. Like, oh, look at a cute bitch. You feel me?
I think that was another. I know exactly what you mean. I think that was another thing that they pushed, like not only the actual training shit, but like the transvestigation mindset. Like, oh, she can train. Is this like it'll be like a real actual woman. Like niggas will start questioning. Oh, is I don't know. For example, they'll put like who's like a famous celebrity chick. I don't know. They'll be like, is Sydney Sweeney a tranny? I mean, these people might be. Who knows, right? It's fucking Hollywood, but like just the fact that you have to question this shit show, and like you say yourself, but it shows where we're at in society. But I think this is all engineered. Like, I mean, I think you could if you have to. I think you'll know when you see it when you see it, because like it just something will just look off. Like most women on the internet, I think are not trannies, but who the fuck knows? Maybe the technology's gotten so good that we don't fucking know. We can't even tell anymore.
Think about if you were lived in like 1910 or something or 1890, and you read Revelations in the Bible, you'd be like, "Oh, this is nonsense. This is crazy." But if you read it now, it's like, "Oh, you won't be able to tell men from women, and dead niggas will be walking around."
Like, yep. I mean, I seen that.
Was researching the origin of STDs and landed on a chunk of pedophilia history. Let's go.
That's actually not true. But what is true, but by the time record-keeping systems were in place in the late 1920s, girls under age 13 accounted for 10% of reported infections among females. So, doctors were vexed as to how so many girls had become infected, particularly those from white, middle, and upper-class families.
And it just ended right there. And if you look at that, that's the point that I always make, that these white boys never, and I think because they're monsters and demons and animals, the reason that they don't want to admit it, because, just about every white girl who I've dated has told me some sexual assault story about white niggas doing something to her. You feel me? On some weird shit. Just about every white bitch I've dated has told me that shit. It might be every white bitch I've dated told me that shit. Wavy, did I ever tell you about that time when this white bitch I used to deal with, and we were going crazy? You feel me? I went there, and she's like, "Oh, I want you to come over." Blah blah. I'm like, "All right." And she was like, she was a good bitch. I fucked, and we'll get into this later. I'm not gonna talk about this on here, but I fucked this up, not intentionally, but I was going out. We'll talk about it off of here if you really want to know. But so I go to her crib, and she's doing what she usually do. She's like always giving me massages. She's like, "Are you hungry?" She's making fresh white people food. She's chopping up and putting olive oil and sea salt on it for me and feeding me. Like, so
fresh wheat.
So we're chilling on the couch and shit. And she's like leaning on me, and she seems kind of sad and shit. I'm like, "Oh, are you like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck?" And she told me like, and she broke it. Let me not get too much into it, but she told me like, oh, that she was at a party or something, and she got raped back in the days in like some other state when she was younger. And then that the guy with the jail, I was like, who did it? Like white boy and shit. She was like, yeah, at this party and shit. And she's like, oh, they're telling me this shit, like just about crying. And I'm like, so what's up? She's like, and he gets out like today or tomorrow, and it's just been fucking with me and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, and this is mad years ago, so this nigga been locked up for years. So I'm like, word. And the thing that came to my mind, I got scared instantly, dog. I was like, yo, because I be fucking the shit out of this bitch. You feel me? Like you know, dominant as fuck. You know what I'm saying? She's into it. But I was like, yo, I don't think we should be doing that, especially not tonight. I'm not in the mood. You feel me? Because you know how we be smashing, and I don't want to have nothing to do. Or she's like, no, I'm sorry. And it's crazy. Like after she told me this shit, like a little bit after that, she wanted to get smashed. You feel me? I was like, yo, like what the fuck is going on in the world?
I just wouldn't want to be butt ass naked when like a dude just busts open the door with a shotgun ready to kill me in this bitch. Like
I was thinking, the nigga get out of jail in another state. I'm not worried about this white thing. That wasn't my concern. My concern was like, oh, what if this bitch just says that I'm like, I choked her too much?
Yeah. He's supposed to be crazy with it, bro.
But here's the thing. Even my Jewish ex, my quote unquote first love and all that. She told me she was at some pool Jewish white people shit or whatever, and some like white boys tried to I don't know if he actually did it because she was like crying and shit, telling me this shit, but it's like tried to like fuck her in the pool house or some shit like that, tried to grape her, and I'm like, what? I'm like, can these niggas can they stop raping? You feel me? And now I'm realizing, listen, hear me out on this. I want to know your opinion on this. How these young ass white girls start liking black guys very early. We got our ego in it, so we're just thinking like we the niggas. You feel me?
Right.
We got our ego in it, but real shit. These young white boys are fucking monsters, dog. and they get pushed to a nigga. So you think the nigga would be more aggressive, but you know, a nigga be in fucking middle school, 6'3" and shit, and just goofy. He's not trying to overpower anybody or do anything weird. They actually like us because we're nicer. And if you look into this shit, even bitches around the world where white boys travel and shit, the women in all these different countries, they know the white guys might have more money, but they prefer fucking with the black guys on a longer term or cooler shit because niggas are just cool and they're not trying to do weird shit to them. You know?
I would say that yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would say that, I mean, a lot of these weird sexual behaviors comes from Europe. It comes from the European sexual psychology books. Like, that's all them. Black men never studied this shit because we didn't have to study this shit because we don't do that type of shit. All this this cuckold shit and this like pissing on bitches and shitting on bitches. I mean, you can say that's the Arab and shit like that, but the Arab is considered Caucasian, so they're distant relatives of the white man. You look at the Jew and what he be doing. So I think this is all very much in the Caucasoid way of thinking. And I've noticed, because I haven't really fucked with too many white girls, but I fucked with mad black bitches and Spanish bitches that told me that anytime they dated or fucked with a white dude, something like strange was up with him or they regretted it later and shit like that. I think that it's definitely more. I think bitches understand that like niggas aren't crazy in that way. We're not degenerate crazy.
Yo, did I tell you about that shit about the last black bitch I was fucking with, and I stopped fucking with her and I just started traveling all the time and shit. When I came back, like goddamn a year to the dot, when I told her that she would be back, she was like hitting me up trying to pull up on me, and she came over and told me that weird shit. Did I tell you about that or no?
Bro, my mind be gone, bro. Probably, but I don't know.
I'll tell you again. Well, she told me that the dude who she went to go fuck with, it's the same bitch who I told you who got mad at me because she went on Fresh and Fit, and then she told me later, and I got tight at her. I was like, why the fuck would you do that? Like you're not gonna tell me you're gonna go on this bullshit? Like, I didn't know what it is and all this shit. I'm like, you're a dumbass lying bitch. You didn't walk in there and see the big sign that says Fresh and Fit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
She just magically ended up there.
Yeah, and she was mad. And the thing is, that means you came around my house and you didn't come to my crib, or either you left my crib and you went straight over there on some weird shit. Because I live like right across the bridge from Brickell. Like I used to walk by the Panorama. That's the building that they're in. You feel me?
Mm.
So I got tight at her. I was like, what the fuck, bitch? You gonna go hang out with niggas, be on a fucking stupid ass podcast like that and not running by me? She's like, and she got tight at me that I wasn't on some defending shit because they kicked her off the show. You feel me? So
she thought you were gonna go swoop in there and beat him up for her and shit.
Bitches want you to crash out, and the white nigga who she was fucking with was a fake black white guy. You feel me? On some weird like, oh yeah, I go over there, I'll smoke these motherfuckers. You know the white boy always be playing with the guns and having them out and shit. Oh, I'll do this and do that. And he got on top of being white, you know, black bitch was ready to go for a white nigga for the most part. But he got her just off of that. And then when the bitch came back to me like a year later, she started telling me that they were doing all types of weird shit, that she went to the fucking, that the nigga wanted to get pegged and all types of shit, and she did this. And I was like, what the fuck? And I don't know if she was trying to, I feel like it was the truth because it was very detailed. Not the she's like, oh, we went to the thing and and we picked the one that he wanted or whatever. And like he wanted to choose a black one, and I was like, yo, this is insane.
Bro, that's wild. You wanted to pick the big black one off the shelf, from the top shelf on the right.
Facts. And then she was talking to me, and I'm like, yo, you're a faggot. That's what I told her. I'm like, yo, you're a faggot motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and I don't know if she was trying to like degrade me and degrade him and be honest with me, but I was like, yo, you know that makes you disgusting with me. You feel me? Like a bitch telling me that she pegged the nigga, that shit just seems like what?
Yeah, I don't know if I couldn't fuck with a bitch that had done that, because then she gonna think, well, I pulled it on this guy. Let me try to pull it on this guy. Like they're permanently warped by the perception of men.
I have been fucking that bitch for years. She didn't pull it on him. He requested it.
Oh damn, that's. But I'm really surprised, like, this abnormal sexual behavior stuff. I'm not gonna say niggas don't ever do. And what I hate about black celebrities, I'm gonna go into a quick sidebar real quick, but rock with me for a second. What I hate about black celebrities, black male celebrities, is that because they have to do all these humiliation rituals in the public eye, And we as like common people, we look at that shit, oh, that's some strange shit. As black people, we know, okay, like that's not normal, right? Niggas are not walking around in dresses and shit. Niggas are not doing all this zesty shit. This is Hollywood media shit. But other races will look at that and be like, oh, so the black man's a freak just like everybody else. I don't like that. Like the whole Diddy situation made me kind of feel that way. Like, so I remember like I would have like my boomer coworkers talk about date. This is back in like 2024, like last year, 2024 and shit. Like my boomer coworkers who are white would be like, yeah, that Diddy guy, he's in for some bad shit, man. I heard he did this and that and that and this. And they would ask for my opinion on this shit because I know like I'm black. They're gonna want a black person's opinion on this. And I'm like, yeah, we don't do that over here. Like that's weird old Hollywood shit. But the point I'm trying to make is that they've pushed this degeneracy so much that now, like, whereas the black man was like the I don't know what you'd call it, basically like normal with shit.
No,
now it's being pushed.
The black people in America were the standard for morality back in the days. It started ending like in the early 90s, late 80s. But before that, the highest standard of morality in the whole country was the black grandmother. The highest morality in the whole country. And it was kind of even projected through TV shows and some shit like that for a reason too. I don't know why.
Big Mama.
Yeah. Was the highest level of like morality and all that, like just being strong in the country. But
right.
And here's the thing with that. Let me just add what you're saying. You can continue. But that puffy shit kind of pisses me off because this is America. It's not against the law to be a fucking faggot. You feel me? And all he did was be a faggot. They put this nigga in jail again. What did he do? How did he go to jail for all that? But all these niggas who were in it together, calling prostitutes, getting drugs and all this shit, nobody else in jail. Everybody else doing podcasts and shit.
Yeah, I mean that's facts. That's why I feel like that was either just a crazy humiliation ritual for Puff, or that was a one big play. That nigga's on an island somewhere chilling. He had just whatever reason they picked him, or he had to go through that. It was what it was. But the effect on the black male perception is what I don't like about that shit. 'Cause I don't give a fuck if a nigga want to do weird shit on his own time. Cool, whatever. But like when you're a public figure and because unfortunately as black people, as black men, we're not looked at as individuals. We're looked at as a monolith, even though we're not. But of the outside world looks at us as all like one unit. So if one black dude fucks up, we all fuck up. You feel me? And that's fucking bullshit. But when you take these celebrities and they do these wild, weird shits, it starts to build the perception of, oh, they're like that. That's what they do too. Oh, they're like us. They do the same shit too. And that's not the case. Because I wish a white motherfucker would try me on some shit.
You know, I always wonder, what is the real prevalence of the down low situation? Because people, women try to talk about it. But women just be saying shit to degrade niggas.
These niggas be gay. Every ex nigga she ever had is gay.
But it seems like niggas do. I'm trying to. There's no way I can find out about it. I'm not gonna inject myself in this community. I don't even know how that shit works. But is it really a bunch of niggas out here like pretending to be straight that are interested in like men? Like what the fuck?
I don't know, man. Because I know what you're saying. Like as far as like why is this happening? When did it happen? And why is it so prevalent? We can't outrule the fact that the bitch is a liar, right? She gonna talk shit about any nigga that didn't give her what she wanted, he gay. Like whatever. Nigga could have been married to her for all 10 years and shit like that, 18 kids, that nigga gay. So we can't rule out that. But then also I do think, because let's be real, bro, we're dealing with what, 2 generations of men growing up fatherless, dysfunctional households, dysfunctional mother-led households. And then you factor in the chemicals in the water and the food, atrazine, making niggas feel a little fruity and shit. Like, and then you put all that stuff in the media, all the fruity stuff in the media, and then I guess you create that. And then these kids be touched as kids, as little boys be diddled young and shit by creepy uncles and pastors and shit. So I think a lot of these dudes, and then like you use the vampire analogy back before a couple years ago, where it's like one. I hate to play it like this because it sounds so fucked up because kids go through this shit, unfortunately, and black boys don't get the same protection. But like one dude will put it up one dude's butt by force, and then now that dude is a vampire. Then he does it to somebody else, and because homosexuality is not accepted in black culture in America as much as they would make it seem like it is. These dudes keep it.
I think it's accepted now because people follow women and shit, and women will just be down with whatever. You feel me? That's why I feel like it's accepted. And I wanted to ask you this because you're closer to like the younger guys than I am. I think, are the younger guys really fully programmed to think just because a tranny looks very much like a woman that is okay? Like, hey, he's hot. She's hot.
She look like a girl, bro. A hole's a hole, bro.
I be trying to give them the pass in like the comments and shit. I'm like, yo, these are probably bots trying to make people think it's okay.
Right.
So they're saying shit in the comments like, oh yeah. But I knew one. Let me not even get to, because that pisses me off. Because I got two homies that turned funny style, and they act like I did something to them. You feel me? For one, I don't want to hang out with you because you're funny style. To be real, we don't got really nothing to talk about. But don't be mad at me, nigga, because your life was fucking fake. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I don't hang around with nobody that's like that. I've worked with people that are like.
You don't know until you know.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, but I trust me. Like most of my homies are either in relationships with women, or they're on some like whoremonger degenerate shit, or they're just on some like I don't know what they are. But as far as I can see, I have really good perception, and I know I have a good judge of character. But I will say this, right? I will say,
no, go ahead. 'Cause I wanted to tell you something. Go ahead.
But I'll just say this, right? I think so as far as like Gen Z, like as far as like the younger millennials and Gen Z, like, I do think that a lot of them have been desensitized to pornography at a very young age, and I'll say this, right? Like a lot of these websites, they'll push things in the front of the homepage, and like they'll have these weird pop-ups and shit. It makes you not even want to like look at a Bella Danger or fucking or whoever, right? So you just kind of just like say, all right, fuck porn. But like, I wouldn't be surprised because So, but like these kids are
stay away from that shit. That programming shit on the left side, they're gonna show you some weird shit on the left.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what is this, bro? What the fuck? And then we pop-ups and shit. Yeah, that's why, like, man. Yeah, but anyway, hold on. But anyway, like, so a lot of these kids, like, they're, mind you, we're dealing with a generation that's chronically online, has no father figure or no positive masculine role models. Plus, this shit's accepted and it's promoted and it's pushed out to them. I wouldn't be surprised if some dudes like do think, okay, like, it looks like a girl and it's feminine enough and blah blah, and can't get no bitches anyway. So whatever is the next best thing. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. I don't know anyone that's like that. Never met anyone that's like that. I'm sure they exist, but yeah, I don't see it personally.
Well, the people I know, and I'll just run this through really quickly, very quickly. In high school, I had a homie named John Drew in high school. He was a white boy, and he was we called him Redneck because his nickname was Redneck. He wore like John Deere hats, and he called everybody faggots. He was like a cool, low key white boy. You feel me? And then I don't know if this was we were out of high school, like near the end of high school. He just started dressing differently. Like, but I thought but this is back in the days, the Strokes are popping and shit. He's more like a rocker nigga. You feel me? He's wearing like the kind of tighter pants, bell bottom-ish, and kind of different shirts. He grew his hair out, but he didn't look. Put it this way, I don't put that jacket on niggas just because you got to really be it. Because I'm an artist and shit like that, so you got to really be that. So I remember he was cool as fuck. I used to play on what's that game we used to play? Halo. I used to play Halo with the motherfucker. So sometimes he have a job and he hit me up. He'd be like, yo, I'm valeting cars over here at this restaurant. We need somebody actually want to get some bread. And I just pull up and I just be parking cool ass cars for the night. You know what I'm saying? And then like one day I go on AIM or something, some old nigga shit. I went on AIM or something.
Oh yeah, I remember AIM.
I went on AIM and his profile picture, or was it AIM, whatever thing that you can have a profile picture on, he was just kissing the nigga in the profile picture. And I was like, what the fuck? And here's me not trying to be hateful or mean, but still be myself. You feel me? I hit him up. I'm like, yo, why you telling me you're gay, nigga? Like, what the fuck? I said that to him. That nigga just blocked me. I never heard from him again. Ever.
There you go.
The other two are niggas I knew from the music scene and the art scene. I had one nigga, like I told you, I give niggas a Prince pass, but I don't give anybody anymore. I don't got no more Prince passes. You feel me?
Right.
I had one fashion nigga, and he used to, because he always be talking to me about bitches and shit, and like, oh, because he's like, he's like a smaller dude, bitches. He's like, man, I don't think she likes me. I'm like, man, these bitches be fucking with you, blah blah blah. And then that nigga moved to Atlanta, became fruity. It's like, the thing is, if you became fruity, don't just act like you didn't change at all. You feel me? You're still trying to talk to me and shit. I'm saying like, yo, you're in a picture like cuddled up with a nigga. Like, why aren't you addressing this?
Right, you're not gonna act like that. I just didn't see that. Like,
there's one more nigga that I don't even want to talk about because that was my dog. That nigga was my dog, and he didn't see him faggy at all to me. You feel me? He used to be mad that some bitches that he wanted to get at were like will come and smash me or whatever. So I'm like, why would you like? And then to find that shit out, yo, that shit fucked my head up, dog. That shit fucked, it really fucked me up, dog. Because this was like my home, my road dog. You feel me? I was always riding with this nigga, and it really makes me mad because these are the type of niggas who, if somebody tried to pick on them for being like a little different, I'm gonna throw hands for you. You feel me? And I'm about to throw hands for a liar. I'm gonna fight with a liar, a piece of shit. Nigga. My bad. I get it, man. My bad.
Damn. I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, I would just say that, like, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I know that there's some niggas that I went to school, not that I was cool with, but like, I niggas I went to school with that like came out after high school. It's usually after high school or after college, and so you find out shit like that. But again, like when we're in our youth and we're in a high school environment where people don't really know themselves, and all this awkward hormonal changes, whatever, all that fucking stupid shit, right? That would, I can imagine that would cause some of these dudes to not be who they really are, and they overcompensate. I mean, a lot of these dudes that I hear about from chicks be having kids and shit and be doing fruity shit on the side. So it's like, you can't even go off of like certain things. Like, oh, this dude used to get mad bitches. Or this dude has 10 baby mamas or whatever the fuck. Like, I think we're really living in the age of free love for real. Like the actual free love. Like, it's just a free for all. I don't know. I can't really put it to anything. I can't really think about it.
The real word that you want to use to be accurate is pan. It's pansexuality.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
You feel me?
Yeah. Pandemonium, pansexuality, all that shit.
I don't understand that discovering yourself and figuring who you are and all that shit thing. I knew since day one. There ain't no like oh damn, I wonder if I could be. What the fuck?
Right, yeah. Niggas don't just play with their sexuality like that. Like women do that shit. Women get drunk and start making out with each other. That's what they do. But like niggas don't just like wake up one day.
I think that's the evil. That's like the Jezebel, Eve gene and shit like that. That's a demon in them. You feel me? Like, when I was a kid, I never understood that. You even see like even when you're a little kid, your female family members will go in the room and change with each other and some shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and even when I was a kid, that was weird to me. I'm like, why these bitches get naked and doing showers and shit together? What the fuck is this?
Right. I don't even like sharing. I didn't even like sharing my bed with like my little cousin and shit. Like sleepovers. Like, nah, nigga. You sleeping on the floor, you sleeping in the living room, or I'm sleeping in the living room. Matter of fact, this is my room, so you sleep in the living room. Like I wouldn't like.
I don't care if we got a rumble. I don't care if we got a rumble.
Right.
Somebody got to get out here. You know
yeah, I'm not gonna have another. I'm not.
You gotta separate them. Nigga pee in the bed and he's gay.
Right, like what the fuck? I'm not having another penis in my room like that. Like the fuck? But nah, like, dude, like this is just what it is. Like the hypersexuality, the hypersexualization of society. Just on a hetero tip, like women just walking around, woo, free love, flashing titties and shit. Then niggas just like liking that shit. Like, yeah, that's natural to some degree, although it was programmed and it has demonic origins. But this is why I say like porn is bad, and like even male hyper promiscuity can lead to this type of change, because like they say, like what like the celebrities say, like eventually, you get tired of fucking all the bad bitches in the world. You want something new. Like I do think that applies to regular niggas just from being in this society. You know what I mean?
I disagree. I feel like
you think so?
Some weird excuse type shit. Like yo, I've smashed. I don't care about smashing anymore. It never made me think, oh, hey, let me get some butt now. Get the fuck
I'm not saying that like the average nigga thinks that way. I'm saying that I think some niggas do find themselves, again, like people can rationalize any type of like degenerate, crazy behavior if they really try. Like I could imagine that a lot of these dudes either grow up around it and are like rebel against it, or they grow up around it and embrace it.
But I don't know if this is really 100% connected to what we're talking about right now, but it's just something that just made me think of this. Before we got on here, I saw on Instagram, there was a clip of like the South Korean military were like having like bitches in like little schoolgirl dresses like dance for the military for the guys.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah.
And I looked in the comments, and the women are like, "I can't believe how many men are supporting this. I can't." And the women are mad. I'm like, "Yo, this bitch got all her clothes on, and she's just dancing for the fucking troops over there." But you'll say something against this, but you'll say bitches over here selling pussy is like sexual liberation and having fucking OnlyFans and shit like that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what, it's just demonic. You know what I mean? Like,
bitches just hate niggas having a good time, bro. Like, bitches don't want niggas to have nothing. I just come to the conclusion: women just hate niggas in general. Like, they don't want us doing shit.
Maybe we should play another clip. It's like it's the contradiction, or what's the other word for contradiction? It's the
hypocrisy.
Yeah, it's it's a hypocrisy of everybody in the world, dog. Like, everybody is just so full of shit. The political hypocrisy, the sexual hypocrisy, the male and female roles and all this shit. It's just everybody is so fucking full of shit. It really makes me sick. But then again, it could be part of the plot. You feel me? Me seeing this shit on IG and it programming me to hate. You feel me? It programmed me looking through these comments and being like, yo. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, yo, all these people can't be bots. This is a lot of stupid motherfuckers. You feel me? This is a lot of stupid motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's both. I think there's a lot of programmed people and a lot of programmed bots. There's only three. I always say there's only three types of people on the internet these days: bots, cops, and thoughts. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, but either way, whether it be a bot, a thought, or a cop, it's to further trap you in this matrix through perception. Like a regular, I know you're like a far out dude, but like a regular dude might see those clowns and be like, damn, maybe this is wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's the bitch and the feds are working together, and the bots are working with the feds too. So it's all just one triangular, just mess. I don't even know how to say it. It's just a fucking mess. A perception. You know what I mean?
But you know what came out too, and I don't know if these people are being paid, but didn't you see that a lot of these people who are playing the bots and they're not actual bots? It's actually like regular. It's like niggas in India just talking shit about Black Americans and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I remember this fucking Twitter.
I didn't really see that they were getting paid or anything like that. It's like, you just hate when a cosplay is and hate black people or pretend to be ignorant. Like, what the fuck?
Bro,
is going on with
that is real, bro. Okay, so I used to go on this one music forum like back in the day, like a couple years ago, whatever it is, and like. It's like a rap forum, so we're talking about the newest Future album, newest Lil Wayne album, and I'll be like commenting on the post or whatever, like talking to people, thinking I'm talking to like black people because they would type like black people. They'd be like, "Yo, bro, that shit crazy, fam, all that shit," like, and then like I would find out that, like, these motherfuckers would be like from India, or they'd be white, or they'd be from like fucking Poland or some shit. I'm thinking I'm talking to a black person because they say nigga and use all the AAVE, all the ebonics and shit. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's from Poland. And then when that Twitter shit happened, I think like last year, where like Elon Musk put a setting where like it reveals the location of every account, and that shit got out, a lot of people got surprised because a lot of these white supremacist trolls and shit were really niggas in India. But that does lead the question, like, why would you even bother doing that? Are you being paid to do that? Who's paying you to do that?
Exactly.
Or if you're just doing that, then like, for what reason? You know what I mean? Like,
but when it comes to our interactions with other races and people on this planet, I really think they are that pathetic that they might just be doing that shit. That's a fucked up part, dog. Like, they might just be doing that shit that nobody's paying them, telling them to do it, nothing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And here's the thing is, I wouldn't mind all these people around the world indulging in what is really specifically the Black American culture, or quote unquote culture, but they all hate you at the same time still.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bro, you ever play Xbox from like 2006 to 2009? It'll be a white boy listening to Lil Wayne or Future or Gucci Mane calling you a nigger, calling you a fucking black nigger and shit, listening to Gucci Mane in the background, bro. There are definitely white people or non-blacks who participate or who like Black American culture, but hate black people.
And that's another thing. Like, how do I say it? That's another thing. Like, how people, I think, like the younger, like the Generation Z, or millennials, whatever, I think they're catching up to just being reckless and nonsensical. But when I was younger, I remember that shit, like people talking crazy, all this nigga shit, but it wasn't as crazy as it is now. And it was never black people initiating that shit. We never go into a gaming lounge and be like, "Hey, cracker, I'm gonna kill you, cracker."
Yeah, right.
Like it never went that way. But I remember on Xbox there'd be niggas with names like I killed a nigger or some shit. You know, like when it says like I killed, and the name would be like a nigger or some shit like that, or like
right.
like,
It would be like I993R shit.
like who made you think of this, dog? Like and I think it's they've made the black niggas more vicious, like kind of rise up a little bit, because you'll see niggas who do the little, you know, the monkey, you know, the monkey thing or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That app where
Oh yeah.
You see niggas get a little more vicious. You know, white man pops up, they start calling them all types of crazy shit. And I'm like, yo, this really where we want to go with it? Like,
Facts.
I don't know what point I'm making, but I'm just like, it's just getting weird, dog. Like I can't really put my finger on it. It's just getting weird. I
think it's just the mass hypnosis that they have society under right now, where it's a rage bait, like rage bait content and rage bait. I guess accounting and content creators are very popular now. So we were just talking about that one. Who were we just talking about before? I don't know, but we're talking like people like Nick Fuentes and like that. Like it is very popular amongst the young white people these days to like be like a neo-Nazi and like say, yeah, black people should be all exterminated and shit like that, as like trolling. I'm like, it'll be like a black video of like a black girl, I don't know, singing or some shit, and they'll be like, oh yeah, niggers need to be exterminated. Like it's cool to do that in their world, but it's always been that way though.
You know what? Another thing I see too, I see that there's, I don't know if it's really happening or not, because I don't believe anything, but let's say there's things that are really happening. They've been taking more horrible crimes with black people involved in it and putting it to the forefront. And I don't mean just niggas shooting each other. I mean like this nigga killed a grandma and her granddaughter in the house so he could steal her fucking popsicles out the refrigerator. Like shit.
Right. Yeah.
And then
I don't know what to do with that.
You know, usual suspects. You know, we need to get rid of them. You know, he's chimping out and this and that.
Right? Yeah, chimping out is another term. Oh, 13% of the population, 80% of the crime. It's like, bro, like what?
Nonsense numbers that don't make sense. And they never want to talk about like over policing. No, people aren't over policed. I'm like, you never put exonerations next to. People don't look up the number of exonerations, which black people have the highest number of exonerations. That means that means you're 100% over policed. That means you're 100% being attacked if you have the highest number of exonerations. And then on top of that, besides the exonerations, you were the number one prosecuted. White people have the highest number of arrests, except they don't prosecute them. It's up to the prosecutor to prosecute you. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. See, it's funny with like these like white supremacist neo-Nazis, because they'll quote all these black statistics, right? But when it comes to white statistics, they'll say, "Oh, that's the Jew making up the numbers. You trust those statistics, bro? And, it's not. They'll again high IQ rationalize themselves into believing anything, even if it contradicts with some of their own beliefs." But I think overall, I think there is an agenda. I've been saying this on your live stream since 2024. I think there is an agenda to degrade black people to be the face of degeneracy. Because at some point in time, after maybe they're done with all the Mexicans and shit, they might reach a point where someone might be like, "Listen, we have the Negro problem now, and we need to do something about this." And through all these examples, they're a net negative to society. Now, I don't think they'll ever succeed in doing this or just doing some crazy mass extermination. But I do think they will use their might is right mentality to justify some kind of low key eugenics program to likes that we've never seen before. It may have already been happening. It may be happening already, but like I think that's the end goal to a lot of this anti-black propaganda on the internet and through the media.
Well, let me say something that might be. This might be going to the spiritual realm of things. There's a reason that people who seem to hate you so much, they do a push and pull with you. They don't just because you know they have the resources just to get rid of you if they wanted to. They don't go into open warfare with us because of certain reasons that they understand. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Oh yeah, no, they can't just get rid. Like, yeah, I know what you
don't realize. As long as we don't realize we're not in open warfare, the qualities that we have are not gonna come out. You feel me? I'm not afraid of the world ending. Especially now that I'm older, it kind of sucks. If I was 20, it'd be better. But if we go to Mad Max, people are like, "Oh, niggas aren't ready for it. You don't know how to hunt. You don't know. You niggas don't know what niggas can do. We're very adaptable. If it goes to Mad Max, we're taking over. We're taking over." pretty quickly. Why? We're going to get your bitches because they're not going to want to fuck with you because they've been in this society. They're not ready to go back to being in your rituals all the time and getting raped all day and shit like that. They're going to want to come hang out with niggas. And that would probably be our downfall in the end of the Mad Max. Let's not even get into my Mad Max fantasy about.
Right. Well, yeah, I see what you mean. I think that overall, like, this country hasn't, as bad as things are now, it can get a lot worse. And if it does get that way, a lot of these so-called high IQ neo-Nazi dudes, they would not. They're too comfortable in their suburban neighborhoods, and gated communities and stuff like that. Like this is why I don't think that will ever happen to that degree, because like they will not allow it to happen because for their own survival. Except maybe the
real problem is thinking that you're high IQ. You feel me? And what really bothers me, and they're dumb as shit, because if you so you hate niggas and you hate Jews, but you use the word IQ all the time that was coined by William Stern, which is a Jew. So what?
See, that's what I was saying before. They pick and choose what they want to believe in, or what they deem as fact. Because if it goes against their rhetoric or narratives, they'll call it, oh, that's just Jewish propaganda. That's not real. That's Zionist programming. But then when it goes for what they're saying, then it's like, yeah, man. See, science is to see a white man killing with the science, and this has been proven. It's been practiced and proven already.
I don't know. You can't do. Never really did anything under the sun. And white people, and nobody. Let's see, not even in a hateful way, but nobody's ever explained to me how people who are not adapted to live on Earth are just here walking around. I don't get it. You're not adapted to live on Earth anywhere. You feel me? White people do not do better in the cold. That's bullshit. I don't see how people believe that shit. You know the sun, the UV rays reflect off of white snow. It gives you a worse sunburn. You feel me? So I never understood this concept like, oh yeah, we moved over here and then we got our, we moved, everybody was in Africa and then we went.
It was so cold, it made it smarter.
And it made it smarter because we had to work harder, and y'all were just out there fucking breakdancing and eating mangoes,
living comfortably and shit, not worried about fucking freezing to death and eating each other and shit like that, not having warm water to bathe in because it's cold in those fucking mountains. So how the fuck were you bathing in freezing water? Wouldn't you catch hypothermia? But oh wait, nah, you're white and smart and shit like that.
We're taking it all the way back then.
You had heaters back in the caveman days. That's how advanced the Aryan man was.
Let's take it to the early 19th century or even before that, to like medieval times. Just niggas being nasty, motherfucker. White people wearing animal furs and the furs are full of fleas and these niggas got fleas. These niggas got fleas and shit. And even in the 1900s, let's bring it more into a modern age where they're like in cities where they were throwing their shit into the streets. You feel me? Like just doing weird shit. Like just psychos. I don't get it.
Yeah, man. The Moors to come and educate them, my brother. But nah. Like, bro, see, this is why, like, I don't even believe in like this agreed upon timeline of humanity because it doesn't even make sense. But then also, it's like, okay, damn, there was a point I was gonna make, like, I completely forgot. I got distracted by something just now. But no, man, I mean, it's all nonsense, and I think it's because they believe in scientism in the science. Like, science is their community because for the most part, as far as I can see and observe, most whites are either like they're barely Christian or they're atheistic or something like that. So science, if they put in a science book and they put like a white man discovered it or came up with this concept, then they'll just believe it because they've been programmed to believe anything.
Yeah.
But they call us dumb, and notice how black people are always questioning shit. We're always most things are conspiracy theories because we have a natural dissension. We naturally dissent on these types of topics from the system.
We've always been under attack by everybody in the government, so we don't believe the government. We know what the fuck's going on. Like, and now what's going on right now in the modern era is that things are getting a little bit more tougher on white people because their government doesn't care about them. It's becoming more clear, so they're freaking out. They're freaking out about black people are like, yo, we don't. This is it. Like, this is what's going on. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, oh. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated just thinking about it because how stupid it is. how these people had it so easy when it comes to loans, housing, jobs, all this shit, that they think what they're going through now is tough. You feel me? They think what they're going through now is difficult. And they think, but they still won't concede that niggas weren't just lying about everything. They still
the victim mentality. You guys have a victim mentality. I got a job.
Exactly.
I was going to buy a house.
And it's crazy how niggas will call you victim mentality, and at the same time, at the other side of their neck, they'll say that the white man is the most like discriminated,
the most persecuted demographic and shit. Yeah,
racist and white people. I'm like, yo, how could you even say that, even like with a straight face at all, nigga? I guess people who not around white people, didn't grow up around them, never been around really rich areas, not even rich, regular white areas. You know what's normal? Like, you know what's pretty normal for a white guy, to have an uncle who like has a plane or owns a hotel,
right?
Or something like
a
that.
boat, a business, like
some big shit,
generational shit. Yeah.
Yeah, the average white house has like $1 million in like savings or some shit like that. What was it? It's
I've never heard of that, but I do know. Yeah, like
in not savings, but in all around wealth,
and assets, net worth,
assets, wealth, all that shit, well over $1 million. You feel me? So it's like, and you still think you're struggling. Imagine how good they were doing. They're struggling. They're complaining about this now. So imagine how crazy it was before, and they were saying niggas were lazy, and then I'm like, yo, it seems like you're a lazy one.
That's why I said before, like a lot of what they're going through is karmatic. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's all white people, but for the most part, it's most of them, at least on this side of the planet. So all this, persecution that they're experiencing, if you want to call it that, this is what Black people have been saying for centuries.
The only
and now we've been going through
from other white people.
Right.
Who's persecuting you? There ain't niggas in the government. We're not even in the Epstein file. They said they said they don't want niggas around. They never specified. They were hating on us in those Epstein files. If you want to believe that shit's real, like they say nigger mad times throughout the whole thing. But they never say they don't want niggas around because they're disgusting or they're this and that. They're saying because they know we not going for it. We not going for it. You can't even bring nigga kids around. Nigga kids will turn up on you. You know what I mean? Nigga kids will tear that island up, dog. Yo, let two people
You'll turn to Hawaiian Island and shit. Knock the pictures off your wall.
I thought it was Epstein Island. This is Gullah Gullah Island, bitch.
Yeah. Thanks. But I'm trying to keep this dude on the screen, man. We need to change it.
Yeah, we've been talking for a long. Only wanted to be here like an hour and a half. We're like at an hour and a half now already.
Yeah, there's lots to break down right there, man.
Yeah, let's see what homie's talking about.
This is serious. They are here. Israelis who were on leave in Dubai are fleeing Iranian missiles and coming to Uganda. But should we be welcoming Israeli war criminals in the country? The genocidal lunatics. I saw one military-age Israeli on social media fleeing Dubai, and they are already a community in one of the posh suburbs of Kampala. I won't show their video because they have their children also living there and enjoying their innocent life. But something is happening.
Look how good the black man is. He won't show the video because there's kids in the video. Nigga, and here's the thing. Maybe it's because people don't believe in astrology and all that shit. But maybe because I'm a Scorpio and I'm always like in tune with being very close to death and shit like that. That's why I always love Khalid Muhammad and shit like that, because that is a fact. You feel me? If somebody's enslaving you put it. I think I said it before. If you're not ready to be as vicious as Christopher Columbus, if you're not ready to take the little white baby and be like, yo, white baby, you're gonna grow up and try to kill me and throw the white baby on a rock. If you're not ready to be that vicious, just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. You can't compete because that's what you're competing with. But the niggas in the world, even our brothers in Africa, they won't even show the kids. That's how much fucking honor we have, which works against us in hell. You can't have no fucking honor in hell.
That's fact.
So I want to warn Ugandans two things, especially our politicians and even the foreign investors and business elites in the country. First, these people eat human flesh in odd religious rituals. So be very careful about going to eat at their homes and attending their religious functions. It's documented in the Epstein files. I'm not just creating things. And the reason they are deranged, as has been seen in the genocidal intent videos, is because of eating people. And now they have to pretend to be human when in other societies. All these Wazungu whom everybody feels something is odd about in their behavior, they are most likely Zionists.
Let me be real about something. I was thinking, like, why I really don't have respect for Africans like that is like, how you gonna be getting it? Like, you can say whatever about Black Americans, but we're like a very small part of this population out here, and we kind of make moves somehow. How are you gonna be the majority? How are you gonna be the majority and still let white people be kicking your ass and shit? How am I in a majority Black country where some fucking Jews can just show up and just go live and go move in the nicer area than Black people, than the local Africans and shit like that? It blows my mind, that African shit. Like, how you getting your ass whooped by crackers? I really don't get it.
Yeah, man, that's sad but true. That actually is something I think about a lot because it's like you don't have to be civil. If they weren't civilized, like you said, like if you're not willing to throw white babies in the water with the sharks, like how they did to you, then you're not ready for real warfare. I think because of these countries have gone through so much like bullshit that they just cowed, they just bent over with it, and they just said, fuck it. I don't support that or agree with that, but like, and now that China's doing it, like, it's just like, bro, like, in maybe 30, 50 years, like, most of Africa is gonna be like South Africa. I don't know. It seems like it's going that way. Maybe with Chinese people, it may not be white Boers or whatever it is, but it
every once in a while, I see
cool.
Africans beating up some Chinese people and shit, and I'd be like, all right, you're not letting them just slap the shit out of you and shit, but like, because I've seen some clips where they just slapping the shit out of Africans, they're not doing anything, but I have seen some clips where the Africans are like, fuck that, and start beating the shit out of these fucking...
Right, you gotta tell that Zulu energy. Don't you know what I mean? Get the machetes out. Like, you don't gotta be this civil. And I guess because Africa wants to kind of like be held as, because there's always that stereotype like, oh yeah, Black people are genetically predisposed to being violent. And I know it's with Black people generally is that when we try to disprove any type of negative stereotype against us, but sometimes you gotta say fuck those stereotypes. And again, like this man, this man wasn't civil towards you. The white man wasn't civil towards you. So why should you be civil towards him? And maybe our get back is them importing so many Africans into Europe and tearing shit up over there. That's their karmic debt, I suppose. But it's fucked up.
I'm gonna be real. You might not like what I'm about to say, but I don't think the purely African, indoctrinated African who's going to Europe and shit is gonna do shit. I think what's really gonna backfire against them is all this deportation and all these Africans that have been in America that got that rubbed off on the FBAs over here, and they're not taking shit no more. So you got an Americanized African going back over there ready to turn up and take shit over. You feel me? Either on some liberty or death shit, because you can't enjoy this Western lifestyle and shit, get deported, go over there, and then start laying down for niggas. You might not be able to get your money up, but you're not going to let white people whoop your ass how they were whooping.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen some efforts in South Africa and places in like that area where like they're talking about, yeah, kill the Boers, and they've been like repossessing farmland and shit from the white settlers and stuff like that. So it is happening.
Is that real or is that propaganda? Because I've seen clips of people in South Africa and the white people just literally out there balling and chilling. You feel me? They don't look worried.
It's a good question. I mean,
who would be considered the lesser whites, the dirty rednecks? Because when you show the people who are like getting their land taken or so-called getting their land taken or whatever, it's a redneck cracker looking motherfuckers. But when I see other South Africans, they just look like fucking UK white people. You feel me?
Well, we need KB to come up here and confirm this, but
yeah,
I wouldn't know.
KB, that's crazy. You still talk to KB?
Yeah, bro. I'll be emailing him every now and again, trying to get this YouTube shit.
Damn, yo, KB was outside. Yo, we really fucked KB up because KB used to always be on the internet, and then he went over to the Prince Sips channel and started getting money out of hoes, and he just disappeared.
I'm good on this shit. Nah, he really cool. He's
it's crazy. You know,
Wait, actually, what happened with BSL? Because I haven't
I thought you wanted to. I thought you were there the other day.
Nah, I
Not the
haven't
other
been on
day,
this
but
channel
not too
recently.
long ago. Like his
Like a
channel
month
is
ago.
I think he changed his name back to Prince Simp, but because it's either the Prince Simp or the Black Hand Side,
What's
He
he
has
changing his name to?
he has another channel because this nigga he really lives the shit he talks about. That's why I fuck with him. But he be getting on my nerves sometimes in a brotherly type way. You know what I'm saying? But another channel, is it called How to Be a House Husband? Hold up.
This nigga got way too many names, way too many channels, man. So we got a new channel.
Let me see I just pulled it up right now if I can find it. Oh, and here's another. You might like this channel. I fuck with the channel. Tiger 123. He's like a mixed black guy who talks about consciousness and shit like that. He makes cool videos. You ever heard of that guy?
Nah.
Let me share this tab instead real quick. It's this guy right here. It's like I'm assuming he said he's black, so I'm assuming he's half black because he looks like this.
Right, yeah. You don't get a fro like that. Anything else.
Yeah, he gets into subjects like very interesting shit. I know you'd be into it. Where's what was I looking for? How to be a house husband. Yeah, what's it? It's called
little comfortable little homework outfit. I'm sure. After the leg.
It is called How to Be a House
Let's
Husband.
see. I have you on my phone, not my laptop.
That's
I'm sorry.
crazy.
No, I'm always on my phone too. Okay.
That's crazy. So like he frequently uploads to this, right?
This channel he uploads like crazy, and I tell him like, "Yo, you make mad content, but you have to do it in a certain pattern to get yourself up in the algorithm when you're wasting your time." You know what I'm saying? Really, you can't just put out 10 videos in a day, or it needs to be at a certain time, spread out a certain thing, and they're not gonna put you in the algorithm. But he's dropping mad videos. He has 711 videos out here. I don't even know if this channel is a year old. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Like, how old is it? Does it tell you how old? Joined June 9th, 2024. So it is over a year old. That's not even that old. It's 700 and fucking 11 videos.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's consistent. That's consistent.
Yeah, shout out to Prince Simp. The shit recommended.
Yeah,
who's this nigga out here hanging out in the Philippines? I'm here wasting my life. I need to be in the Philippines with baddies. I'm over here worried about the white man and Epstein and all this shit.
You worry about the wrong things.
You feel me? You get to be hugged up with a bad little Filipina. You know, you're just living your life. You feel me? Just chilling. And that's normal. This is like a 5. You know what I'm saying? This is like a 6.
Over her. I mean, we actually the scene. You put that in my head, like, oh, what if that's it? You know what I mean? And I trust the black man to not be into weird shit. But then again, like the new black man is into weird shit, so I don't even know. I don't want to comment on bitches until like I see like some paperwork.
Why not travel? I gotta worry about it here. So I go worry about it somewhere else. I gotta worry about it here.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't even. Man, this life ain't shit. This world ain't shit, bro.
It's weird, but I think that this American shit, it's fucked up. You just got to run your money up and get out of here and be able to move freely. And I think you just block all this shit out more than anything. And especially that's one thing I like about trading too, because while people are panicking and thinking about things getting bad, traders are just looking at the charts. And I forgot what's her name. There's this one female trader who connects like trading with spirituality a lot, and she kind of broke it down how people are panicking, but you're sitting there making so much money, and you need to realize that you're disconnected from this reality. Like when there's blood in the streets, you're having from $1,000 to a $20,000 day. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yo, I don't get this shit at all, bro. Like the way you be talking about it makes it seem like some crazy shit.
I can put it this way: I'm not there yet. I just understand you have to change your whole mental paradigm to get this trading shit. It's not just understanding. It's not like working a regular job, understanding this equals that, that equals this. No, I just do that, I do that. There are formulas, but it's really about mastering yourself and mastering your own psychology, creating your own rules or learning your own rules and following them. It seems simple, right? But also living healthy should be simple. Just stop smoking. Just stop drinking. Just stop eating that stupid shit. Just stop. Just don't do that. But it's that's simple, right? It's just stop, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just like with trading. When you lose a trade, you can't feel needy. I got to get it back. You can't revenge trade. And the only person who can stop you from doing that is you. And there's nobody there over your shoulder stop you from trading. None of that shit. The only person who can stop you from fucking up in the market is you. And the trading is about uncommon thinking. So the more common thinking that you are, the more you're gonna lose. You're gonna fuck up. You can always have good moments. Until you're not into trading shit like I am, but you'll see people talk about their stories of running up $50,000, $100,000 and fucking it up quickly. And you're like, how could you do that? How can you go from broke to having $50,000, $100,000, fucking it up, and now you're depressed? You think you can't run it back up again? It doesn't even make sense because you don't have the average person doesn't have any chunk of money like that, you know?
Sure
like, you're like, why can't you just do it again? Because you are mentally defeated. Now you're looking at it, you've lost your confidence. Because there's so much shit involved in it. We could talk about it another time, but I'm really into it because I know for a fact it works. And if one man can do it, I can do it. Feel me? If a 19-year-old can do it, I can do it. But we can talk about it. We can talk about that at another time. Especially if you have a square job where you're making your money, you can rely on a check, and you can just put some money towards trading, and not worry about that money. You have a good chance of doing very well if you can follow simple rules. But yeah. Let's see what this brother talking about.
Who eat human flesh, and now they're trying to act human again in front of people. You have seen these tech billionaires in America, even people like Trump, even this lady called Erica Kirk, you have heard of her. They are all struggling to appear human in front of people. They are off. There is a cause for that. Humans have become their prey, not their brethren anymore. And they have demonism now affecting their perception of humanity. That is why here in Africa, we immediately kill any lion that has eaten a person. The lion becomes a demon inside. So watch what you eat in the homes of people who regularly eat babies. They can't live with normal society anymore. Secondly, and this is also very important, never go to their disco parties where they bring local prostitutes for entertainment of their guests. They have prepared the venue and put cameras everywhere in multiple locations, from the living rooms to the gardens, the corridors, their guest room, even under the toilet water. You are seeing men peeing and women bringing their goods on the toilet seat. And they're recording you. And whatever you are doing with the prostitutes, then the next day, they will send you a clip of the CCTV footage and start ordering you to do things for Israel for free in your government office, or else they will leak the video to the public. You have all been hearing about the Epstein files that is causing havoc to the ruling class overseas in Europe there. This is exactly how the operation functions, how they conduct it.
Yeah, that shit's kind of wild to me, because if you did some shit with some underage kids or some shit like that, I can understand. I don't understand because it's gross, but I can understand you being in such a position where you don't want to get caught because that's so egregious. But you think a motherfucker, because if I smash a prostitute who was a bitch who was of age or whatever, no matter what position I am in the world, nobody could put me under their thumb. You feel me? Even if people turn on me, even if everybody turns on me, I'm not gonna do evil shit, because that's how you know these people are doing next level shit. They're messing with kids, babies, and doing weird shit, eating flesh. Like if they're just smashing 18-plus-year-old prostitutes, like, nigga, you couldn't make me do weird shit because of that.
Yeah, that's facts. I was doing something, so I didn't hear everything he was saying. But it seems like what I've heard, it seems like what he's saying is, you know what's going, you know the nature of the people who are ruling over society based off of what you see being promoted in that society. Is that kind of basically what he's saying?
No, he was just saying, like, he was saying to people in this country, like, don't go to their parties or venues where they have.
Oh, okay. I got nothing out of that.
There to entertain or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they got cameras everywhere. They're gonna use the blackmail to make you do what the fuck they tell them to do. You feel me? But then
I guess if you're like a religiously righteous person, like how most Africans tend to be, like I can see like how like that might But like still, like it's like, bro, like it's just a product. Like okay, like eating children and doing all this weird shit, the sicko shit. Like yeah, that's just that's a blackmail humiliation ritual shit. That's why like I feel like with a lot of this like Hollywood stuff, where like for example, let's say like Diddy, for example, like they must have had this guy. Like imagine what we don't know, the things that we haven't been told enough to where all that shit was happening for the past 2 years, and then like we have others like Oprah and shit, and like Jay-Z and shit are involved in this shit. But I just want to see this. Like I don't want to see the evidence, but I want to come to like a real conclusion to all this. Like what happens? Okay, we know these people are doing weird shit. They've been doing weird shit. Okay, like is there going to be any justice, or is there going to be any like leaked evidence or like actual evidence to confirm this shit? Isn't just speculation? This isn't just speculation based on allegations. You know what I mean? I kind of want to just come to a conclusion with all this shit because I really don't care as much as I used to, and it's fucked up. There's victims and shit, like innocent people and children. Like that sucks and that's unfortunate. But like, it's either they're gonna expose this shit or someone's gonna go to like these people gonna put to justice. It probably won't happen. So it's like, what the fuck? Like,
my theory is nothing's gonna happen because since I was born and before I was born, they always been saying it's the last days or shit's gonna change or this or that. Like, and I see nothing changing. I see people getting dumber. So I don't think anything's gonna happen. You feel me? Nothing.
Yeah, seems like it.
Let's finish up with this guy saying because I'm low key getting tired.
I am warning you all about. I've been warning you all about this here. Never forget that blackmail is an official Israeli government military intelligence doctrine. They have sent operatives around the world tasked with this entrapment mission. So be very careful about meeting Israelis, period. And the Ugandans who work for these Israelis must be very vigilant about what these Israelis are doing. Remember that all Israelis are always IDF soldiers first, who are just from slaughtering people in Gaza. And now they come and hide here with all their madness still in their heads. All of them are suffering from dangerous mental psychosis. Even when you see them wearing civilian clothes, you think they are normal. No, they have a dangerous mental psychosis. And that's their own newspaper saying that. Now, I am sure that some good people exist in the community, but remember that the entire Israeli society has been radicalized and indoctrinated from childhood with a lot of bigotry and a lot of violent religious intolerance against other faiths, other races, and other peoples. And if they are already hyper-racist with extreme genocidal xenophobia against a cute Palestinian child in Gaza, imagine what you, the African, are to them. Probably just ugly animals that they just pretend to smile to. If only you could hear just 1 minute of what they say about you behind your back. But if we have dangerous genocidal war criminals in the country, obviously that is not the kind of guest that Uganda wants roaming freely as a deranged monster and predator in the country. I know all of you Ugandans. When you see the white man, you start seeing dollar signs in your eyes and just rush in to get a chance to eat the money. Here you will eat something else and become a stupid demon fast. And others think that Israel they read about the Israelis they see in the news today. Well, this will be the time you will find out what these people truly are once they have you on video.
Remember when a Yale-educated millionaire fled?
Well, that's pretty obvious. Not really obvious, but here's the thing: you're in a black majority country, and I do some Idi Amin shit, and I just run them out of there and take their shit. But then yeah, I guess America's military will come after your ass. But then again, if America's military F's itself up doing operations in the Middle East and are overwhelmed, they're not gonna have time. So I would just take that. This would be the time to take their shit and run them out. You know.
Now there is that one. I think I forgot his name, but there's this one African general. I think in I don't even know what country it is, but he's like kicking out
Burkina Faso or something like that.
I don't know, some shit like that. But he's been like kicking out foreign, like the Indians in this country. I don't know if it was like
back in the day
now. Like he's been kicking out a lot, but I think his country has had a long history of doing that. It stopped at one point, and then he brought it back up. So he's like kicking out all the foreigners, the non, I guess Ugandans or whatever the fuck country it was. So there's that. He's like a young dude too.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm confusing him with 200 people, but
I know what you're talking. It's a guy, the Burkina Faso. He always rocks his military joint with the little.
yeah, like he's always swagged out and shit.
Yeah, I haven't looked too much into that. You know, I don't be believing shit, but if he's doing something, then shout out to him. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it's obviously it's gonna take way more than just one person in one country. But
it only takes 1% to defeat the 1%. That's what people need to get into their head.
Word.
Yeah, but I'm gonna shut it. Yo, I'm gonna shut it down. Just wait a second after I shut it down. Yeah, this is.
I'll be right back.
We're disagreeable. This has been a chill show. All right.